cracking. Today we're going to talk about, are you financially thirsty? Once again, we're going to talk about, are you financially thirsty? This affliction, this disease can affect you even if you make $1 million a year. Even if you have six-figure jobs, you can be financially thirsty, and this can jack up all of your money. And this can put you in the situation where, as you go forward in life, you'll retire with virtually no money. It's a bad, bad situation. And we're going to jump into it today. And more importantly, we're going to talk about how to fix this syndrome because I've seen it affect some people that really shocked me. But I started to think about, everybody is not financially savvy, even if they have a high income, even if they make a lot of money, even if they're famous, they're not financially savvy and they don't do the right things with their money. Hey, if this is your first time here, this is Glendon Cameron, your hustling godfather. We talk about how to start hustles, how to build businesses, and all things that include and deal with money. Do me a solid. Go below and get on that text notification list. YouTube does not send everybody an alert when I drop a stream or a message. So this is a way for you to get this hot content right off the presses. All right, so let's just jump into it. One of the reasons I'm having this conversation, and if you don't know, I'm not home. I'm out in Los Angeles, been having a good time. And for those of you who are in Disruptive Mail and Hustle Undergrad, I'm going to take care of you guys Sunday. We're going to have way more content Sunday through next Friday. I thought I would be able to do stuff while I was out here, and it's just been too intense. So my bad on that. But starting Sunday, we'll get into the webinars and stuff. Um, I heard a lot of information by people who are very good at YouTube, but they're not really good at monetizing their YouTube channel, because I was listening and learning a lot of stuff. I learned a lot of new stuff, and I kept hearing things like one guy. I've actually watched him. He has 1.2 subscribers, and he said something. It's like, I'm not balling where I can have my own studio yet. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I've had my own studio when I had 20,000 subscribers. But then again, I really began to like, hold up. Wait a minute, Glenn. Wait a minute. You're forgetting something. You know how to make money. You may not know how to get YouTube famous, but you know how to make money. So you have these people who know how to get YouTube famous and grow their channels and get a lot of subscribers, but they don't know how to make money. I mean, I had like literally 3,000 subscribers, and I did 1.2 million. And from 2009 to 2011, I did 1.6 million collectively. I did 60,000 the first year, 98,000 the second year, then it just blew up. And I didn't have that many subscribers. So the reason I'm going into this is I never got or became financially thirsty. Financially thirsty is when you have this desire that as soon as you get some money, it's gone, because you're living in a state of financial lack mentally. You have bad habits mentally. So what happens is, and I've had money for a long time. I mean, I was in the storage auction business, made a great income. So I've become accustomed to having money. I've become accustomed to being able to say, hey, here's 20,000. Let me put it over here. Here's 50,000. Let me put it over here, because I'm no longer financially thirsty. But I used to be financially thirsty. Oh my God, I was so thirsty. The first time I came into some real money, and someone had made a comment about the first rules of investing, and that stuff goes out the window, because if you've been living your life in a state of financial thirst since you were like knee high to a grasshopper, and now you're 25, 26, 27, you're going to blow money. The average person is going to blow money. There may be some unicorns or some mutants out there who are not going to blow money, but the average person is going to blow money. And I went out and I bought a brand new BMW, paid cash for it. And then I went back and I had a tax consequence because I was financially thirsty. There was so many things that I wanted to get, that I needed to get. I had this wish list because I ain't never had anything. I was like, oh, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get this, and I'm going to do this. So I wasn't able to stack that money the way that I should have. I could have got the BMW, but I would have gotten it later. I wouldn't have got it like right off the riff because, like, hey, here's a $75,000 check. Bam, here's $55,000 on the car. That was stupid. That was really, really stupid. But I was financially thirsty. I didn't know what it was like to have money. Now, this is one of the big problems with financial thirst. It will set you into a stage where even if you're making a lot of money, you're going to not set yourself for long-term wealth. Even if you're making $1 million a year because of financial thirst, you will buy stuff, you will take trips, you blow all of your money, and you will be broke because, once again, let's go back with my book. My book did really well for about 3.5 years. Then it just like, and when I say, well, 60, 92, then 1.4 million. And then literally after that, it just started dropping off. So even if you are hitting a good lick, it's going to stop. I don't care who you are. It stopped for Michael Jackson. It stopped for Prince. It stopped for Madonna. Sooner or later, it's going to slow down. Now, if you have done the proper things with the money before the slowdown, you are good. But rest assured, I don't care if you're a YouTuber, I don't care if you're a podcaster, I don't care if you're a movie, whoever you are, at some point, it's going to slow down or stop. And this is where the financial thirst really, really messes you up. You won't have any money saved. You will not have any money producing assets because you're so thirsty. You're going out and you're getting the latest gear. You're getting the latest Range Rover. And I see people who do this, who are making really good money, but they get a new Range Rover every year. And it ain't leased in the business name, which would make financial sense. They just pay cash and trade it in and take that big hit on depreciation. And I'm like, dude, you are losing so much money. Like me, I had a wild hair up my butt where I was going to trade in my paid off BMW X5 to get this other thing in. But when I did the math, I would have lost $25,000. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, and that's not something that I would have felt. Wouldn't have really changed my life. But 10, 15, 20 years down the road, and many decisions like that, I could literally lose millions of dollars by being financially thirsty and not being financially practical. Millions. And the thing is, it's so insidious and it just slides out of your wallet, out of your bank account. It will blow your mind how fast this money goes. And then when you get to this point, or say you never ever get to the point where you can get what you want in life. Like I heard this guy, he's like the new YouTube sensation. I looked at his numbers. I looked at how he's living. Just little things is like, you ain't making as much money as people think you are. And you're not really making some good choices. Like, all right, I'm a YouTuber. So a lot of money goes into making sure that this YouTube thing keeps going. So, here's one. This is how I'm streaming. I got two of them. This is like my backup Wi-Fi. It added $50 a month to my Verizon business plan. Okay. But that's a charge. I can charge to the game. I can take a deduction because that allows me to keep this YouTube thing going. Well, there's one person, he ain't even got that far, and he's supposedly blowing up because there's the front end and there's the back end. The front end is the part that everyone sees, and the back end is stuff like this. How you keep streaming, because what notorious Wi-Fi sucks. So I got two of these. So anytime I go on vacation, I can stream. I can even now. I will say I will have to reduce the size of my videos when I'm on vacation, because I only get so many gigs. Because once again, this makes sense with the financial practicality. I'm spending a lot of money on 2 hotspots and 2 phones, but that gives me 100 gigabytes of data to upload when I'm on vacation. So I can upload video, I can stream, I can do what I want, because that's a financially practical decision. I spend money on things that make money. So this is just something else you got to get into, because one of the reasons that the financial thirst is so bad is you predicate your life on really bad habits. The first habit is never saving. This isn't saving just to save. This is saving to invest, but people do not have any kind of savings program or any kind of way of allocating money so it stacks up. Like I've told you, and I've put it out here, the 5 checking accounts. You got your operating account, you got your expense account, you got your savings account, you got your investing account, and you have your merchant account. Everybody should have that because everybody should be grinding. Everybody should have a hustle where you're trying to make $1,000 a month. And as you allocate that money, it starts to grow. And I'm not going to answer should you have this many accounts, because I've talked about it so many times. I even have a video on it. And if you want this information, Google it. Go ahead and put in Glenn and Cameron 5 checking accounts and you'll get to see it. Because this is another reason. A lot of you are fundamentally lazy. You will not use Google. You will not think, because you are so used to being spoon fed. Here we go. Here we go. Here's a little spoon. Here's a little spoon. Here's a little spoon. That you don't even think. You don't even Google stuff. You don't even do any research. Because a new thing that's going to happen is, Dan Locke, check out this channel. I'm in the business of making winners win more. And if you're a guy with a 2-bit job and you got a little hustle and you're making $200-$300 a month, you are winning. I'm going to help you because you have gotten up and you have done something. You have got some receipts. But if you're like Mr. Fancy Pants or Miss Fancy Pants, who has never done anything, but you look good and you ask a lot of questions, but you never take actions, you are a loser. You are a loser. You may look good now, but I guarantee you, one of my neighbors said this: if you live long enough, you're going to get old. Sally Mae Jones. If you live long enough, you're going to get old. So if you're not preparing for the winter of being elderly, guess what? It's going to be cold, because a lot of you are jacking off and playing games. Now, I've been talking about this recession thing since last year, and a lot of people like, the GDP, all this. What happened to the stock market this year? Not once, not two, but 3 times. What is Bitcoin doing? Let's talk about that for the financially thirsty. Financial thirst is driving Bitcoin because people are like, I can buy this piece of nothing, sit on it, and it appreciates and make me a lot of money. Right now, the kids are back in school. There should be excess money in the marketplace for people to buy Bitcoin, right? It's tanking because people don't have confidence in it. So there's not enough people to keep propelling it up in this price. And I know all you Bitcoin people want to argue with me, but see, you've all adjusted your expectation, because in January, Bitcoin's going to be 30K, 40K, 50K by the end of the year. This October, you got like 10 weeks for it to jump to 50K. But see, I don't think it's going to happen. But once again, financial thirst is driving this, because people are trying to make money so fast. They're trying to come up so fast because they don't want to develop the good habits of practical money management, which take time. I was financially thirsty and I paid for it, and I made a lot of mistakes. You don't have that largesse, because I'm going to say something, and I realize my place here in the world. I have been extremely fortunate to make money, a lot of money, over 6 figures selling office furniture. I've been extremely fortunate to make a lot of money selling stuff out of storage units, and I've been extremely fortunate and hardworking to make a lot of money doing YouTube. A lot of you are not going to get that many chances. I'm just going to keep it real. You're not going to get chance after chance after chance. So the sooner that you start aligning your money with a hardworking philosophy, the better off you're going to be. Because let's say I didn't discover YouTube. Let's say I didn't discover storage auctions. I would be stuck in that job right now. So a lot of you, you're going to get one chance. Just keeping it a buck, as they like to say in these internet streets. You're going to get one chance, and you need to make the best of it. So once again, being financially thirsty, and this is how you should handle financially thirsty. Whenever you get some money, you should save most of it and allocate a part where you can blow. I'm going to blow 25%. I'm going to blow 10%. Because you got these people who are out here putting this stuff in the comments. But if you looked at their bank accounts, you will see that they're saying one thing, but they're not practicing what they're saying. I can tell because, like I said, I've been listening to these wonderful people. They know what they know. And I'm just sitting there like, they ain't making that money that I thought they were making. So part of it is financial thirst, and part of it is the fame game. Many people will trade money for fame unknowingly because, we have this conversation going on with YouTube, but I make more than 97% of YouTubers. And this channel isn't that big. But once again, I've handled my financial thirst and I've reconciled. That's like, what do we do? What are we building this YouTube channel for? Do we want to get really big so we can go like, hey, I got a silver play button? Or do we want to keep cranking that money? We're going to keep cranking that money. And then I'm going to create other channels so I can get that fame. But one of the things that happens, and you got to be really on top of this, is your desires can set you up for a fall. Now, getting into it, once again, once you get some chunk of money, take 10, 25%, blow it, and then sit on the rest. Because this is going to keep you from having that. It's like dieting. You have this moment where you go weeks or months or maybe years, weeks and months where you just don't eat any sugar, you don't have any cakes and stuff. Then one day you just go crazy. Same thing with money. So to prevent that is you reward yourself. It's like because this is the game I'm playing myself. Like, if I do X amount of dollars, I'm gonna get this Porsche 911. I'm not just gonna go out and buy it. I'm not gonna I got the credit. I can go get it and I can have it. But I've trained myself to be more of a money first, desire second type person, because I can get a lot of stuff on credit. But then again, I've actually trained myself to literally freak out if my debt gets to be too high. Because once again, in this period that we're about to go through, if you're loaded up with debt, especially student loans, your life's going to be terrible if you don't have enough money to service that. So you want to get out of debt and you want to keep a low debt lifestyle. But set up games, set up challenges. Like if you make $50,000 in a year and you want to buy, let's say, a Lambo, you're like, okay, I'm going to make this 50. How can I make enough money to get a Lambo on top of this 50? Not in addition to, like, I make 50 and I add another 90, I can float that $2,000 a month. No, that's financially thirsty and you'll look good, but trust me, it's going to catch up with you. T-Pain actually had a turn because he had this $2.5 million car and he sold that sucker. And there was this video of T-Pain in retirement. He still got the mansion. He still got the cars. He still got money. He still got money coming in because T-Pain has made this decision. It's like, okay, this is crazy to have this car it's like literally $30,000 to get new tires. I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to get this car and I'm going to stack my money. And he's retired. He ain't doing too much that we know of, yet he's still living that life because he paid cash for a lot of stuff. And that's what I want you guys to be like, because what I am seeing is going to happen was getting ready to drop. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly, ugly, ugly. Now, this is wild. I don't know why it does that. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right. So for those of you who've been asking, because like I said, I'm out here at Viz Summit, to get the Art of Holding in Disruptive Mail, the links below. You'll sign into Disruptive Mail. You'll get that. And then when I get back, I'll add everyone to the Art of Holding. It just is simpler. And also, people are not really staying on top of me. You're looking at old information. Look at current information. Johnny Turbo, TEDx coming up in Atlanta soon. We'll be seeing you on the stage. Absolutely not. Another thing that I've noticed is there's a lot of people who've become, now, if this is what you want to do, you're winning. Okay. I don't want to be a consistent speaker. I don't want to be traveling all over the United States speaking. That just ain't me. For some people, they'll love it, they'll live it, they'll do it every day. I don't want to do it. My purpose is I'll probably do some speaking next year, but it will be 2 or 3 times. I'm not going to be on the plane every week. Um, because part of that is I'm a money first guy. And that actually, like, I got so many things going on, and being here, it hasn't hurt my money, but it's kind of delayed my money because now I'm gonna have to work like a ninja when I get back. So I don't want to be in this situation um, several times a year. I just don't. So what's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? What's up? Oh, you're from Decentralized TV Stream. Yeah, because a lot of people are going to get hurt by this crypto thing. And once again, I believe in cryptocurrency. I just think we're 10 to 15 years away from widespread adaptation. That's the big point because everybody's trying to get rich now, but it ain't coming. Probably once Bitcoin melts down, I'll probably get some more, but not anytime soon. What's up? Flo Cooney. Amen. My wife and I probably spent an extra 150K living in Southern California for 9 years. Wow. That is crazy. That is really, really crazy. Hold on. I'll be back. I got to get some water. But part of the problem of being financially thirsty is you don't prioritize what you do with your money. The average person makes probably 1.2 to 1.8 million lifetime. So if you get married and stay married and get married early and stay married, you can double that. So, if you've been married 40, 50 years, same woman, then more than likely you two will do 3 or 4 million. This is why you see so many elderly couples living that life. All right, here we go. Josh Barr, why does YouTube not tell all your subs that you posted the video? Has it been brought? Oh, I already know. Once again, you're a YouTube subscriber. You're not my subscriber, and YouTube will do with you whatever they want. So they're going to recommend and push videos that you want to see. One way, and I've already seen it, and be sure to go below and get on the text notification list, is just a few hundred people have really joined since I've been doing this, and it's already made a world of difference. So essentially, and this is actually a good point, Josh. I'm taking control of the platform my way versus playing the YouTube game. You can play the YouTube game and you can get millions of subscribers. And YouTube is not, if YouTube were to let all of your subscribers know when you put up a video, everybody that had 1.2 million would be rolling. They ain't doing that. Good for you, goddess. Johnny Turbo, doing the math for some people don't do. How can we make doing the math so simple for the average person? You can no longer be the average person. This is the journey that you have to make. Forget bringing this stuff down to the masses. It ain't gonna never happen. That's why there are the masses. That's why most people are broke. That's why the average income in the United States of America for like 52% of Americans is $28,000 per year. As long as you stay average or want information to come down to you as average, you're never ever going to win this game. Never ever. So instead of remaining average, you're going to have to raise your game. You're going to have to raise your knowledge. You're going to have to go up because it ain't coming down. And matter of fact, I want you to think of the way that money is dropping. Well, let's go ahead and look at the financial thresholds. Imagine a stack of money tied to a string that's put on the balloon. What's going up? That balloon is steadily going up and you steadily going down. Right now, unemployment is at the lowest period it's been for a long, long time. But people are still struggling. People still have 2 and 3 jobs. Think about that. In 1991, when I got out of the military, I went to work in Northside Hospital and I was making $11 an hour. I got $1 raise, $1 raise for showing up and being on time. Then I went to another shift. Then I got another raise of $3.50. They ain't giving out raises like that anymore. And this was during the recession, but I had a highly marketable skill set. I want you to think about it. Unemployment's low because a lot of people have stopped looking for jobs. If they truly calculated, and this is even under Obama, because this started happening under Obama, I would estimate true unemployment to be about 20%. And this is everybody that wants to work but can't work or can't find a job. I would say it's 20%. Charlie Sheen had all these accounts. I didn't know that. Quentin Jones, Googling is the equivalent of teaching a man to fish. Pretty much. Cool Breeze, even Kanye West admitted that he would rather buy more clothes and jewelry than businesses and assets. Now, Kanye has an interesting situation because I guarantee you his wife ain't like that. She may look like that, but she ain't like that because I've been watching them for a minute and they're all amassing wealth. So as long as he stays with her, he may be all right. All right, let's go out here. NC Administrations Consultants. That's funny. I got 81,000 subscribers, and I know that it probably 3% get notifications. When I first started YouTube, I always got more views than I had subscribers. You know why? Because there's a lot of people who are not subscribed who still got my videos. The inverse started to happen about 2013, where I started having like, no, actually it started about 2011, 2012. I know, charlatan, because once again, everybody needs to get their 5 checking accounts. And this seems like real expensive because, you know, they're going to charge you $9 to $12 a month for having those additional checking accounts. Oh my God. You're going to have to pay $50 a month. Oh my God. Oh, or the thing that a lot of people like. I have one credit. Well, actually, I got rid of it. But I had a credit card that I had to pay $495 a year to have. But they gave me an airline credit that was equivalent to that. So it was just, I don't know. Plus there was other benefits. But since I'm not traveling like that anymore, I got rid of it. Venturous one. I'm getting to the point of shaving my inner circle down more from people who don't want to grow, read, or take action. Because, you know, that's a good point, Venturous one, because the thing is, you're not going to be able to be average and have an above average lifestyle. You're not going to be able to be average and have an above average lifestyle. If you want an exceptional lifestyle, you're going to be an exceptional person. If you want an awesome lifestyle, you're going to be an awesome person. And when I say lifestyle, I'm not just talking about the money, the house. I'm talking about health, friends, uh, This was real interesting, this vid summit, because this is my third one. And all of my friends they were like greeted me, and then people that I met last year, we really weren't friends. And it was kind of like, and I really looked at that, and I was like, I got some really good friends here. And there's some other people that, for one reason or another, don't really want to be friends. And everyone can make their choice of that. But what I've learned is to take my energy and time and invest this in people who invest in me, because you just get way more returns versus trying to convince someone who, for whatever reason, just ain't interested. Kind of like chicks. You may want this chick, but she ain't interested. Move on. There are more of them than us. Splendid sales. Do you recommend or have any suggestions for people in door-to-door sales? Get out. I would say everybody that's listening to me needs to get an internet hustle as soon as possible. What is happening is the world is moving toward the internet, and it's starting to pick up speed. You think it was fast before, you ain't seen nothing yet. I would learn how Instagram works. I would learn how Facebook works. I would learn how YouTube works. That's where I would go, because time is not on your side anymore. Um, this next recession is going to set a lot of people back. And if you learn how to make, like, I'll go ahead and tell you how my business works. I don't have any employees right now. There's a reason for that. Last year, I had a different business model. I was doing consulting. We were doing stuff for clients. I had to have people. So until I get to the point where I'm working 7 days a week, 80 hours a week, I'm not going to hire anybody. Or, well, there will be someone hired for Hustle Undergrad. But essentially, when this person comes in, they're going to have immediate things to do. They're going to have a job description. They're going to have everything. So I'm doing all this by myself. I do the editing. I do the content creation. I do all of this. And one of the reasons I can is because I have systems. Talk about like the one person who has 1.2 million subscribers, and he doesn't have enough money to create a studio. I have a dedicated studio for live streaming with the Batman and the Stormtrooper. I don't have to change any of that. I don't have to change lights. I don't have to do anything. I just have to sit down, turn on the camera, turn on the mic, and do. And then I'm going to have probably 5 of those this year. I got a green screen, because the thing is, if you want to make a lot of money online, you've got to get into systems and processes. And this is the back end. This is the stuff no one sees. This is the things that a lot of people, I will say, a lot of people talk about that stuff here, because you have a lot of business people here. But this isn't stuff you really hear, because I'm able to make almost 40K a month with systems and processes. Systems and processes, just a single person. Now, what the plan is to go ahead and hire someone, because it's a complicated product, to talk to people, and that'll be their job, and they'll be kind of like a student counselor or something like that. But once again, before I get to that point, I got to work out all the uglies. I got to work out all the kinks. I got to work out all the roadblocks, because get this book, Rework, by Brian Freed. Rework. And even in this book, they suggest that you do everything that you're going to hire someone to do, so you know how to tell this person to do it, and not know if they're trying to get in, try to get over on you. Because once I get this system built the way that I want, because it's not built the way that I want, it works, but it takes me working it. Once I get it built the way that I want it built, I'm going to make more money, and I'm going to have more free time. But I got to put in the work now. And we're looking at 2 to 3 years. We're not looking at 2 or 3 weeks. We're not looking at 2 or 3 months. We're looking at 2 or 3 years. And this is something that you need to hear if you're going to start an internet business. Go into it knowing that you're looking at 3 to 5 years. If you go into it like, hey, I'm going to be making 6 figures in 6 months, and you might do it, but it's going to be predicated on gaming a platform and not building a base. Gaining a platform, doing some kind of hack, doing dark posts. That's what it's going to be predicated on. And the minute that Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or whatever, they change their algorithm, your business model's dead. There was this girl, she gave this talk about Facebook, and there was this company, I can't remember the name, but once Facebook changed the rules, that company literally went out of business. Just like that, overnight, gone, because they changed the rule. Don't build your internet business like that. Because I mean, you can get addicted to that money, you can get addicted to that because it's going to shut off, which breeds into the being financially thirsty. So something to think about. Kubri has always been a cash money type. The only thing on my credit report is student loans and back child support. Yeah, that back child support and student loans, man, you got to, because neither one of those things you can PK out of. Splendid sales. I'm finishing my last day as a Walmart worker. I'm starting door-to-door sales next week, will be which will make me more before adding commission. I'm trying to build sales skills possible, add digital video. Go ahead and read a book by Chet Holmes, The Ultimate Sales Machine, before NC administration. The next recession is going to be a big one. Maybe I should invest in the prepackaged food industry because the preppers are getting ready. I don't think it's going to be a shit hit the fan scenario, but it will be rough for people who are prepared. Because you got to understand, a recession means that things slow down; they don't stop. For a scenario like that, that means everything's going to stop. The grid's going to go down. We're going to have disruption with gas. We're going to have a disruption with food, water, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's going to be like Walking Dead scenario, except we won't have zombies. All right, Rana. Erica Williams at FinCon, two speakers talked about changing algorithms almost put them out of business. I've seen it happen, man. I've seen it happen because a lot of people don't understand that all of these get rich, make a lot of money real quick are predicated on gaming an algorithm or buying ads a certain way. If you build a real business on the internet like me, all right, I don't use ads. I don't use Facebook. I use a direct response model. So matter of fact, my channel is just recently started to grow again. I was able to maintain because I had the ability to sell and build my own systems and processes and build my back end. I'm not really dependent on Facebook because Facebook scares me. Facebook, I don't know how many of you were in my old group, the one that disappeared. It disappeared for almost 2 years. No, not a word. And I'm like, there's no way in hell that I'm going to put my financial future on the line, mess around with Facebook like that. Ain't happening. All right, rework by Jason Fried. Cool. What are your views on bankruptcy and starting over? Actually, there is a segment in the art of holding about that. If you got to do it, you got to do it. Thank you, Johnny. All right, Chris Anderson. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that's going down, but just to prevent yourself from being financially thirsty, you're going to have to put up a financial platform. What I mean is, you're going to need your 5 checking accounts, and you're going to need discipline. I know that all of the financial gurus like Automate, just have the money come out your check, you won't miss it. If you need money, you're going to go find that money. So it's once again, like on Disruptive Mail, go out and check the how to get your first apartment, how to get your first car. Because if you make under $50,000 a year, you don't need a brand new car. I know that sounds crazy. It's like, well, I make enough money to pay the payments, but You make 50, they take 12, so that's 38. So you're bringing home like 32, 30, let's say, probably like 3,200. No, not even, because it's times 12. So let's say you bring home $3,000 a month, but you got a $500 car payment. You got $150 insurance. That's 650. You got gas, which is 350. Your car payment is 30% of your take home pay. You cannot get wealthy doing stuff like that. It's just not going to happen. So if you're at 50, you need to get yourself a used car, a Honda, a Toyota, or something like that, and just ride in style on that until you can do better. Because one of the mistakes that I made when I was in the military, well, there was actually some stuff that was beyond my control, but I bought a car and I realized I no longer had any extra money. That one purchase actually set me back. And there was another guy, his name was Fook. Fook was very, very financially disciplined. Fook always had money, and he saved his whole check. He's like, I got a place to stay. I go to the mess hall 3 times a day. And Fook saved his check for 6 years. 6 years. Uh, Sharita Harrell, how do you feel about velocity banking as a strategy to pay off debt? Once again, that is average people stuff. You cannot become beyond above average doing average people stuff. Uh, Eric Williams, thanks for the $5 super chat. 50K a year, no new cars. Folks so mad when people tell them that they're thirsty for these cars. If you bought a new car from age 21 to 40, that will probably, those new cars will probably cost you 150 to 200K in money. You can't get rich doing that. I mean, there's a way to do these things, and many people, because they're financially thirsty, they don't think, they don't run the numbers. Because like when I was like, I'm gonna lose 25,000, the whole appeal of me getting that car dissipated. It's like that's too much money. And also, I plan on keeping, because now that I was like, if I do that, then I'm gonna lose so much money. Now I plan on keeping it for like 10 years or longer and run the wheels off of it. Oh, it's great, charlatan. M Gomez, thanks for the £2, I believe. What class books are yours for a total beginner? Do this. Go to the front of the channel page and just start watching videos. This is the free stuff. You like the free stuff, you'll love the paid stuff. So, anyone that has any questions about any course, go to Glendon at hundergrad.com. That's where I answer those questions. And that's the customer service email. Even when I hire someone, I'm not changing it. And I'll even tell you why. People consume stuff in very different ways. So if I was to say change that email, right, it would literally take 3 to 4 months for everybody to know that that email changed, which will cause 3 to 4 months of disruption. This is some stuff that people just will not tell you. People who know, they already automatically know to set up like an info or help or something like that. So whoever I hire, they're going to be sitting on that email. All right. Thank you for the $2, £2. Frozen Creative LLC, driving the bucket is the way to stack paper. I have a 1990 Honda Accord and 2004 GMC Yukon. All right. So let's just put this email here. And this is for course information only. There you go. And I am going home today. Can't wait. Cannot wait. You mentioned value and brand. What do you mean? How many types? Cool Breeze, thanks for the $20 super chat. Your future is determined by your mindset. With that being said, if you want to be average, you will be average. If you want to be wealthy and financially abundant, speaking into existence, and don't forget to act. Amen, amen, amen. Because see, the the stuff isn't going to come down to the average people. It's not. It's not. What's going to happen is it's going to become harder to get access to. It's going to become harder to make money. It's going to become harder to do certain things. I'm not going to get into how I run my business stuff. Once again, we're going to be talking about financially thirsty topics. What, because see, these conversations, these questions, they seem like a yes or no, a real simple question. They're very, very complex. Thanks for the $2 splendid sales. Thank you, Rodney. In the early AM, you said some of you will buy for price, some of you will buy if it makes sense. Some are brand fans. Oh, that's real simple. I buy name brand goods because if I want to get rid of that stuff, it's easier to get rid of a name brand stuff than off brand stuff. Say you buy a clock at Walmart that's no one ever heard of. You spend $50. Most you're gonna be able to sell is $5 at a garage sale, maybe 10. But if you buy a Tiffany and Company clock, you'll be able to sell that for at least 30% of what you paid for, if not more, depending on what it is. Um, like take these things, like these mics, Sennheisers, right? They cost me $1,600 for a set of two and some other stuff I got, right? If I want to sell these, let me see. Actually, let me actually speak from authority. On eBay. All right. If I want to sell these bad boys, what are they going for? Because these are 4 or 5 years old, I believe. 480, 400 for one. So I paid $1,600 for these about 4 or 5 years ago, and I can sell them for $800, probably more because I have some other stuff that came with it. You can't do that with off-brand stuff, so that's why I've just learned to buy brands. What's up, Lamode? Pretty much. Like I said, I'm waiting for the market to sort itself out because crypto's not going anywhere, but many of these coins are going to fail. Travis Cohen, someone spoke about velocity banking and being average. So, what's a baller way to do it when paying down your debt? Make more money, baller. See, that's a real simple. Make more money. You're not going to accelerate debt payments by trying to save and scrimp. If you made an additional G a month in your personal situation, how much would that help? That's pretty easy to make an additional G a month while you keep your job. I would say it will get challenging to make probably after 3,000. It'll get a little challenging to make that and keep a job. But yeah, you could do that many different ways. Make more money. That's the not typical way to do it. Let's see. What's up, Quentin Jackson? I'm an Uber driver in Charleston, South Carolina. Will this recession cause people to use Uber less? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, perception me. Yeah, but this thing is like bulletproof. Rodney Napter, just watch some videos because if you love the free content, you know what? Everyone that wants to start how to make some money, go to the video how to start a service business. Just Google how to start a service business, Glendon Cameron, and that'll bring all that stuff up. Charlton bought a set from Downsizing Studio. Yeah, they're worth real loot. Yeah. Split sales, that's too much to get into. If you notice, I'm like doing these live streams better. Thoughtful, thoughtful questions I'll answer, but questions that get into process and stuff I'm not answering because it'll take me 2 hours to answer that question. James, thank you for the $2 super chat. Quentin Jones, it's a concept known, buy it for life, easier to unload should you need to. All right, I didn't know that. I learn something new every day. What's up, Erica? Don't never heard of him, Martin. Thank you, Ben the bartender. Little niche back when your iPhones were 200. Yeah, right now, if I wanted to sell my iPhone back to Apple, I can get 575. If I sold it back on the market, I think I can get like six something. What's up, Rugged Collars? Yeah, we're doing this laptop lifestyle momentarily. What's up, Charlton? $20. Thank you. Money type, but had to show the appreciation that got me getting me here. Thank you. Splendid. Can I? No, I don't do that. What's up, Lauren? Doing very well. I'm heading home today. Can't wait. I would like when I drove for Uber, I signed up under my LLC, but I would keep Uber as just a hustle, just a hustle. So I would keep it there. I would not turn Uber into a full time thing because this is the thing. Once again, there's so many internet hustles now. You hear about the main ones, but there are people who make money just doing thumbnails. I just signed up for this company to do my thumbnails because it takes me 20 minutes to an hour to make a thumbnail. So I'm going to farm that out. Once again, processes and systems. So we'll see. But you can't be financially thirsty. You got to start working on that. And one of the quickest ways is the 5 checking accounts because this will teach you and make money management a habit. Many of you are not in the habit of holding on to money. And this is why when money hits your hand, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. If you can just develop the habit of maximizing what you currently make, then when you make more, it will literally like be putting gas on dry leaves. That's would be the effect. But if you do not get your financial house in order and you keep spending money the way you're doing, and you keep being financially thirsty, then you can add more money and you'll just be running on a bigger hamster wheel. You will not be getting ahead. All right, I'm about to go. I need to get me some food and go holler at a few people. But if you want some of the best game and you want to legally protect yourself, this is what I've set up. It's the Art of Holding Game 105. Now, it is a legal and a manhood building course. Like I said, you can go to disruptivemale.org and read up on it. And you can go to hustlerskungfulifeskills.com to read up on it. But I'm telling you, you're going to want to get it because it's $99.99 per month for 20 months. But you're getting not one course, you're getting a collection of courses. And anyone that sends me an email, it's like, hey, could you do better on the price? I'm going to ignore your email and I'm going to delete it because this game, these skill sets are something you can use for the rest of your life. This is something you can pass on to your son. So if you like tripping out over $1,000, yeah, 2,000. If you're tripping out over that over 20 months, I can't help you because it's ridiculously economical. Because I want to help you, but once again, I need people who want to help themselves. And if you don't make a commitment to yourself, I don't care how great the information is. I can give it away for free. Oh yeah, I did give it away for free, and most people didn't even crack it open. See, I love when people come at me. It's like, you should be helping people. You should be helping people. I was like, I did. And people didn't take action because they had no skin in the game. None. So with that, links below. Go ahead and get that because I'm going to raise the price very soon. I'm going to go to a few more questions. Charlotte, consistent effort beats inconsistent effort or tons of knowledge and no action. Damn, Skippy. Rodney, what you said about FB is true. I was running ads for e-com business when they changed the algorithms. Lights out. Oh, man. All right. So with that, I'll talk to you guys later. And be sure to go below and get on the text notification list so you can be present for the next live stream. You don't want to miss it because I'm about to get into some, the day is Friday. So I'm probably not going to do anything this Sunday because I'm going to have to heal up and get my game plan together. But we'll start Sunday. So you're definitely going to want to be on the list because I'm going to bring some fire, some real fire on Sunday. So be sure to get on the text notification list below. With that, I'll see you guys later. Get the courses, govern yourself accordingly because every man could be a millionaire if you start with the right financial planning and action today.